We're going to be learning now the Musar for Monday for Parashat Shelach Lecha, Chok Yisrael. כאשר יבואו ימי הזקנה והגיעו ימי השיבה, when the days of old age and the days of gray hair arrive, ויכלה כוחו, and his strength, the person's strength, which means ceases, it stops, וימעט, וישח יצרו, and his evil inclination diminishes and he becomes bent over. Gam yizkor kitzor, at that stage of old age, a person should remember his end, ki karovu, because it's closer. Ve'avin le'acharito, he should understand and contemplate the future. Ve'ashov el Hashem, and he should do teshuvah, repent, and come back to Hashem, return to Hashem. V'rachameu, and Hashem will have mercy on him. V'asher enenu chozer b'teshuvah bevo yemei hazikna. And if a person does not do teshuvah in time of old age, yichpal onsho ve'rabba mastema alav. His punishment is doubled. Ve'rabba mastema alav, and his ill will is increased against him. Why? Because even though he's an older person, he should realize what should be obvious, that life is finite, it's not an infinite in terms of in this world, and whatever time he has left, he should use it to do teshuvah. Of course, a person should do teshuvah when he's young, and when his strength is still with him, and that's the best way. But what this Musar is saying, if a person gets old and he doesn't get it, he doesn't realize, then his punishment or his situation is more grave than somebody who's young and is not doing teshuvah yet. Kemosh amru zichronam levracha, shlosha kadosh baruch hu san'an. Like our sages said, there are three people that Hashem hates. Dal ge'eg, a poor man who's proud. Ve'ashir mechahesh, and the rich man who denies. He denies his wealth, or he denies in terms of in business. He's not being truthful. He's not being forthcoming in terms of somebody gave him something to watch over. He denies that he has it. He's a rich man. He could afford a lot, but he still is a person that acts incorrectly. Vezaken mena'ef, and an old man who's adulterous, a person who's old but he commits adultery. These three people, a poor man who's proud, a rich man who denies, and an old man who's adulterous, these three people Hashem hates. V'ne'emar achru zarim choho ve'hu lo yada. Like the pasuk says in Hosea, strangers ate his strength, but he did not know. Gam seva zarka ve'hu lo yada. Old age was cast upon him, but he still did not know. ומן התמה והפליאה כי יעמוד האדם בחצי ימה ורואה כי ימים הולכים ודלים ויחל הריסות הבניין ויחסר המזג בטבעו. And he says it's puzzling and surprising when a person stands in the middle of his life and he knows that the days are going by, the building is becoming weak, to crumble, his natural strength is lessening. ותראה בו היבשות כעניין שנאמר ימי כצל נטוי ואני כעבד כעשב יבש, and starts to have a dry appearance, like the idea that is expressed in Tehillim that says yamai ketzel natui, my days are like a lengthening shadow, like a shadow that becomes longer, and he's becoming withered like grass that becomes dry. Echtah mereot enav, and how his eyesight and his mind become blurred. He doesn't realize that he's traveling to that place, the place where he'll spend eternity. ויש אנשים רבים ממנעמיהם אור התשובה, There are many people who are not able to do teshuvah. Why? Because they consider themselves to be innocent and pure. And they don't bother themselves to correct their ways. In their eyes, they are righteous. Yet, there are people who are sinners. Like it says in Kohelet, there is no such thing as a perfect, righteous person that never made a sin, never did a sin. Impossible. So these people, they scorn words of reproof. They don't pay attention or understand what is sin. Or maybe the sin became known to them, but then they forgot it. They don't pay attention. This is like a sick person who cannot feel his illness and doesn't think about being cured. And sometimes the illness will become so heavy that he will not be able to be healed from it. And the reason for this sometimes is because their lack of understanding, and they don't come to seek God. They don't want to desire, and they don't look and search and to da'at, knowing His ways, the ways of Hashem. That's why they will not go to seek out or to ask our sages and their students. Like the pasuk says in Proverbs, a scorner does not like to be rebuked. He doesn't like to be corrected. Such a person doesn't like constructive criticism. He doesn't appreciate when somebody wants to put him on the right path. And he will not go to seek out to the wise people to show him the right path. So this Musar teaches us the importance of teshuvah. And surely when a person becomes of older age, he should realize the importance of at that moment doing teshuvah. And teshuvah is good at any time. And as we mentioned, the best is when a person is young, but at any point in life, when a person starts becoming older, he should think about these things, and he should think about the importance of teshuvah, and that will be his great accomplishment. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.